All right, so I just recorded this entire fucking video. I tried to run the fucking I tried to run the mic through the phone where I'm recorded on, which is why I need a fucking camera, and it just had this buzz that it was just this nasty buzz through the whole fucking thing, and I almost cried. So I unpacked everything back, and I made this again. So here we are. So I'm gonna use this time to line it up so the fucking audio matches up with the video, because now I'm recording the audio on the fucking computer. And so we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna line that up with the audio, and that's how I'm gonna have my fucking point. Anyway, so if you know me, you know that at one time I was Kyle Conway, the fucking Bluetop guy. And if you know anything about graffiti at all, you know that 228 labels, priority mail labels, are a staple in the graffiti community. And I worked out a whole scam where I got a whole fucking lot of them, more than any one person could ever need. And I fucking sold them all like an idiot. And anyway, that being said, these are what I believe to be, or this is what I believe to be the most comprehensive collection of 228s throughout the years. Excuse me, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about them and what I know about them and what I've learned in acquiring these. If you haven't listened to the story, the Bluetop story, go to the podcast, Limited Trust, on all streaming platforms, and also here on YouTube, where you can listen to the whole every podcast episode. And it's the Bluetop story. It's a pretty good one. It's like Catch Me If You Can, whatever kind of story. Here we are. So fuck it. Let's get it underway, because now I'm frustrated, and I'm gonna try to cut it down because the last one was fucking long. What we have here, this is where it all started as far as I know. I don't believe there to be an older priority mail label 228. There are older priority mail labels, but I don't believe there to be a 228 that's older than this. I believe this 1991 is the first one. I only ever had 2 of these in all my travels. This is one of them. The other one I think is fucked up. Either that or this is the only one. I'm not really sure. These wings pulled off. You wrap them around the fucking envelopes and shit. So this was really like the only part you could really get up on. But it all would stick though. But as you can see, these are getting old and, you know, starting to come apart a little bit. So I gotta fucking take care of this a little bit better. But 1991. And of course, we can't get right into it. We can't jump right in without the 91C. C models. Always been my favorite models. These are also Olympic, like the last 91. I didn't point that out, but you could probably see it's Olympic model. I had a lot of these 91Cs. These are for dot matrix printers. What you could do is the USPS would print your return on here. So these were always fucking cool. The C model have always been my favorite models. Of all labels. Anything C, I probably like it a little bit more, but I think I had over 1,000 of these. I probably had 14, 1,200, some shit like that. I had a lot of these fucking ones, all connected. They all came from a place in Pennsylvania, post office in western Pennsylvania. These and the 94s, and so we'll get to those in a minute. But these are a favorite. Not the favorite, but these are fucking cool. 92s. This is the 92 White Eagle. See all these eagles on here are white. I can't pick this fucking up too much because I don't got a lot of frame. But 92 White Eagle. These are cool. I like these. They're laid out nice. They got the cool aesthetic to them. Same thing. They got the wings separated. This is a separate label. These are nice. I only had a few of the White Eagles. 92 Blue Eagle. Olympic shit. I'm not really sure why they printed both of these. They're both February 92s. I'm not really sure why they ran both. I'm sure for an Olympic promotion, but as you can see, it's got Blue Eagles. I don't really know. I'm not really sure why. Usually they would have a different date code, like March or something like that. But and that's it. I don't believe there was. I'd never ever seen a 92C model. So I believe that these are the only two 92 styles. And they changed it up a little bit. 94. February 94. There is another one. Bluetop Project. He knows the other one. I can't remember the date offhand, the month. There is another 94. That's the only one I'm missing. I've only ever seen a picture of it, and I've never come across another one. 94. And these are called standards. If it's not a C model, it's a standard model. These are my least favorite models, 94, both that and the C. They're just ugly. I don't know why. I just don't like them. There's just something about them. Maybe, and this one I think is the only one that I have of 94, February 94. But I just not a fan of them. They got the wings. They're just fucking, I don't know, something about them I just don't like. I got a lot of these, 94C. These came with the 91s, the 91Cs that I got. And I think I had a little less than 1,000 of these. Just because I had less than 1,000 of them didn't make me like them anymore. I'm still not a real big fan. I don't know why. It's just something about them I'm just not a fan of. I just never really liked this model. And after this, they all started getting a little bit smaller. They started shrinking after this. 1995, April 95. This is the 95 first edition. The reason I call it first edition is because there was another edition, the second edition. They changed, it went to the rectangular style, which lasted for a few years. I'm a fan of the rectangular style. A lot of people are, a lot of room to fucking write on there, and you can do cool shit with the white outlines coming up into the blue and stuff like that, especially if you're using paint markers with the white outline. Looks nice. But as I don't know if you can notice this or not, you might notice it. From and to, right on top of one another. Definitely not a good place for that. People get confused. People look at it, read the wrong shit. You know, I've seen people fuck up shit on regular shit. So this would be definitely confusing. So what they did, and this is from my postal knowledge sources over the years of dealing with postal employees, they had it reprinted. And they came out with the 95 second edition, which the from is now in kind of where it should be. They also drew back the date code, whereas it was indented on this model. They kind of drew it back over here, and it only ran for what's that, April, May, June, July. It was only out for 3 months before they said we got to fucking fix this, and they fixed it with this. And the rumor was, I can't say this is true or not true, I don't really know. The rumor was that these were, or the first editions, they sent, they called or sent a letter or did whatever to fax and said that they all got to be destroyed because they were such a pain in the ass, such a hassle with getting returned and people, you know, wrong deliveries and all this shit. So they only were printed for 3 months, and the rumor is that they were due for destruction, all of them. So I believe this is one of the most rare labels. They were in print the least amount of time, and had a destruction order put out on them. But sticking with the rectangular, I dig it. 96. You know, as you can see, it's not a whole lot of difference. They cut down this little fucking sidebar or whatever. They kind of changed the colors up a little bit. They kind of lightened the blue, but they didn't really change much. Fucking brought it back to being indented again, which I'm not a fan of that. I wish they would have kept that. But 96s, these were all right, I guess. But they're rectangle. The rectangle ones are always nice. I dig them. So in between those standards came this beauty, the 1997 C model. This is, you know, I hate the 94, as I told you, but this is basically like the middle of the 94 without the wings, but something about it I just like. I don't know. I've always liked these, and I had a bunch of these. I had I think there was 5,000 of these. I got them locally too, which was nice. And this was the first time you saw the website on here. They put that on there, so they must have been starting to rock with the old internet, you know, about 97. Definitely one of my favorites up there. 97Cs are these are a good one. I'm just gonna peek over here just for a second and make sure that the fucking audio is recording. All right, audio is live. We're good. Okay, so then we move into 99, last year of the rectangles. They got the URL down here, USPS.gov. Uh, just to compare back to 96, not a whole lot different. They put the website on there. Um, I mean, I don't think they changed anything but added a fucking website, really. So, but this right here was the end of the rectangle era for now. Well, no, this was the end of the rectangle era. But rectangles were good, 99s are good, you know. Rip the rectangle. Then we rolled into the motherfucking 2000. I didn't have a lot of these, never got a lot of these, couple hundred maybe. Definitely a nice label. I enjoyed these. I like that it's got the bar on the bottom still, so it's kind of staying in the same vein as the rectangular models, but also it kind of has like flavor of its own. Got a nice big open space to kind of work with here. Again, I think they fucked it up again with the from and to on top of one another, because it wasn't but about a year later that they rolled into 2000 edition, or excuse me, 2001 edition. Some people have said, oh, it's a conspiracy, September 2001 label, they got the Twin Towers there. But what I do believe, again, is I think the from and the to were fucking people up. So they had to do something to let people know, because, you know, people are fucking idiots. And they also, oh no, that was, where did they, this model, I'm sorry, I fucking overlooked that. They changed to, from .gov to .com on their website in 2000. But 2001, not my favorite. I don't like the fucking from lines. It's just annoying to me. Definitely could have done without those, with just the placement of the from, I like to think. But look at that. Sometimes you get these with the ink spray on them. It's kind of cool. I dig it. I've seen a lot of those over the years. But yeah. Then we rolled into, I do believe this is the favorite of sticker guys. Not me personally, 2002. But definitely out in the world, they kind of indented the two a little bit, as they, you know, they kind of separate from the 2000. Didn't have those stupid lines, and a nice big open space here to do your shit on. These were a guy was rubbing it in my face that I didn't get a lot of these, and a guy from Pennsylvania. And oh, my post office is stocked, blah 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 blah, and I was getting upset about it. It was frustrating me that he was rubbing it in my face. So I think I had already gotten caught at that point, but I'm not sure. It was around that time. So I did what I do, and I looked through all of his pictures, and I found kind of the roundabout area where I thought he lived. And then I called every post office in the area until I found the one that said they had an entire case of these. And then they sent them to me. So I ended up with all those. And then shortly after, a couple weeks later, he said his post office doesn't have them anymore. And I said, that's fucking funny, because I got a whole case of them, motherfucker. But 2002, favorite of guys in the streets. You know, they're nice. You know, I don't know. Nothing really special about them. Everyone likes them. I like them, but not as much as everyone else. Bam. What I do like more than the 2002 are the motherfucking O2Cs, though, boy. And actually, we'll start it like this, because I only knew that the red line existed when I got these. I got an arm length of them from the post office somewhere, and I was like, oh yeah, hopefully we get more of these. And by the time I stopped hitting the street and did my scam, I ended up with 18,000. I think 18,000, or maybe a little, 18, 19, 18,000, 19,800, or something like that. 19,800 maybe, because they come in 1,800. They come 1,800 in a bin, or C's, especially these. They came 1,800 in a box connected, and I had, I think, 11 cases of these. And when I got those 11 cases, that's when I found out that there's another one, that there is the white line edition. I mean, from what I can see, there's no real difference beside that. Not really sure why. I never really heard why they changed that, or if that was, you know, even just an oversight on someone's part. But these were my favorite for a long time, until I started really getting into different markers. And something about these, it just doesn't work good with markers. But I've always liked labels for more than just how they get written on, because I'm a sucker just for shit that looks nice, and I just think these look clean, round edges. Always been a fan of the O2Cs. And September is always a good year because that's my birth, or it's always a good month because that's my birth month. So anything September good that way. 90 or 04, not my favorite. Definitely the first year of the watermark. Now the watermark is people probably know this. I don't know if you know this. They started putting the watermark in because in all these years prior, people could cut this here shit. You could even cut there, cut all that off and use that as a regular address label on all those models. And you know, address labels cost money, but priority labels are free. So people were kind of using it as a loophole, and USPS wanted their motherfucking money, because if you put a priority label on a regular piece of mail, you have to pay for priority shipping. So they wanted to make sure that their fucking supplies weren't getting misused. People are also doing that with boxes, which is why you see now on priority boxes, it's printed on the inside as well, because people are flipping them inside out and using them as boxes and shit. So, but never was a fan of the 04. So this one's got a little spray on it too. Never was a fan of the 04s. Just fucking wasn't a fan of it. I don't like them. I like the square concept still, but I just never really liked these. Didn't really. I probably got a few thousand of these, 10,000 or some shit like that, but I wasn't really a fan of them. I got a whole fucking case one time. I walked in a post office and walked out with a fucking case of them. The lady said, "Get these the fuck out of here." My dad was with me. He pulled me up. I said, "Pull in this post office real quick," and I ended up getting a case of those. Then we went into some of the more stylish ones. 06 still got the nasty watermark. People were real upset about that watermark. It does something to your markers sometimes too, but I didn't really fucking mind. I was always a fan of the 06s. And this is the 06 square. If anyone calls it 06 square, that's because of me. These are always been a good model. I just like them. I like the way they did everything, but what I really like is the next model, the 06 round edge. This one right here had a little ink issue at some point, but I like how they condensed everything into here. These were, I had the most of these. I probably had fucking 60,000, 70,000 of these. I had a lot, man. I had a lot of these. I had cases and fucking cases and cases and cases. And I think I had like 3,000 pounds of labels. Because it says the weight on the box, and I did the math, simple math, quick math, and I think it ended up being like fucking almost 3,000 pounds worth of labels, which is a lot. That's a lot of fucking labels. I had a lot of these. I just gave these out and fucking ruined these, and I wish I didn't, because I don't even have man. I got a couple of these, 2 or 3 left. But these are, stylistically, these are up there with my favorite. I always am a fan, though, as I said, of C models, because just look at it. And C models always tend to be a little bit bigger. Some of them are quite a bit bigger, but in this case, they're a lot fucking bigger. C models are the fucking tits, man. I never really had a lot of these either. I think this is my only one of these that I have left. I was always a fan of the 06C. They uncondensed it though on the C. I wish they would have kept everything up here. That would have been a little bit smoother without that down there. But either way, these are still up there as one of my favorite. Oh wait, what do I say about 08? When I did my scam, I asked for 06 to 91, and I wish I would have fucking did 08 to 91, because I've had a few thousand of these over the years. I came up on one that people were just like, you just want them anyway? And I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. And I ended up giving out a bunch of bricks, because I couldn't even give these away. They were like 13s. No one fucking wanted these, but now everyone wants these. And I wish I would have got more, because at the time I probably would have had I can't even imagine if I would have put these on the list, because they were still fucking frequent for, the post office at the time. You could still just find these everywhere. I might have still had some, but not my favorite. I just don't like, there's certain things I just don't like about it. It's just not that aesthetically pleasing to me. These weren't my favorite. But you hold on, I'll show you my fucking favorite label of all time. This right here, the 08C. I don't know why. Looks just like the '08 that I don't fucking like, but something about it, I just like it more. It's fucking a little bit bigger. Something about this, man. This is my favorite label of all time. And I didn't get that many of them. I probably only had ever about 1,000 of these, maybe a little more. But these are fucking, I don't know why. Something about it. Something about these is just, I just like them. And then we started getting into the modern times here. The little modern era. Got the modern era. 13's fucking probably the most hideous one. This is probably a little bit better than the 94, but not that much better. If I would have asked for these, I would have had a fucking million of them. I wish I almost would have too, but because now people want these as well. But I don't like this. They could have done without the stars. They got all this visit us, all this bullshit, extra information, too much fucking information. Definitely wasn't a fan of these. Still really not. But what I am a fan though, see again, I'm a fan of the motherfucking 13C. Look at this. I don't know why I like this one more. Something about it. It's just a little bit different shape. It's a little bit wider. Not even much. It's like almost non-existent. I just like it more. And when how I got these is I always, I was always checking. I was always trying to get them fucking labels, man. I was always trying to get them labels. And how I ended up getting a fucking decent amount of these is I'll tell you that when I get into the next label. So 13C, not bad. Bunch of, fucking, I'm getting less enthused as we go on. When they came out with these 16s, everyone said game changer, no watermark, blah 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 blah. Yeah. Days 24 sent me this, and he was like, "Yo, did you see this?" He sent it to me on the USPS website, and I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, that's fucking cool." So what did I do? Got on the phone, figured it out. Started getting these shipped to the crib, and then I was like, "Well, of course, I'm the fucking the C label man. It's got to be fucking C's, right?" So I ordered, I got on the phone, and I ordered as many C's as I could. And you know what showed up? These showed up for my C labels. And it took me probably 2 or 3 more phone calls to end up getting the 16C, which is probably my second favorite label of all time. I don't know why. It just is. It kind of shits on this stupid fucking label. The 16. The 16C is just a little different shape, but I like that a lot more. But it took me a while to get these, and then someone started a rumor at some point, and they said that the labels were going to be discontinued altogether, which makes sense because fucking, if they could just put it on the box, why would they make all these stickers? And people are just misusing them and shit anyway. So I mean, I understand that, but so when they said that, I had to snap into action, boy. I had to figure that shit out because I felt like I was gonna end up getting fucked up in the game. But anyway, I don't know. They might still, because it's been what, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's been that many fucking years since they come out with a new label. They could just be running these out. It's a little bonus. '08, missing all its red. I know Wups has a nice collection of misprints and shit. I'm not sure if he's got those. I'm pretty sure he does. He's got all the good shit. But that's about it. So, you got them old labels sitting around and you don't want them, fucking holler at me. And that's it. Hopefully this video works. Peace.